No way! I can't believe this!
Waza.
Hey guys! Ahoy! Yes, welcome.
No way! I can't believe this!
Funky Lennon and Evelyn, thank you
15
guys.
months, baby. E.
Thank you guys so much for the subscriptions. 15 months. Wow. Wow. Does not feel like it's been that long. So I don't know if those bombs worked the way they were meant to.
I don't.
My mouth isn't working as well today, so you'll just have to deal with me. Oh no. Well, you'll have to deal with me just being here without mouth movements, but that's okay.
Hello. That should be better. Hi. Thanks for letting me know, pal, bro. There you go. Now you have audio. Good. Good. Hello. Welcome to. Whoa.
What happened to our breakfast, Nook?
What? It got blown up. Oh shit!
Yo.
Got Jaffa caked.
It was you.
It was you. So yeah, for those just joining us, and for everyone else, and for everyone, if you want to send bombs into this room, type !bomb. What you do? What did you do over there? And then that should work. Whoa! Look at the back bar! Look at the back bar go!
Did you say you'd give me a jump? Oh.
Yeah.
I can jump forever!
You can jump forever.
Whoop!
Yeah, it's more of a hover, I guess.
I can fly.
Apparently I
can fly.
forgot to give myself a jump.
I'm back on my chair.
How like life?
I can fly, I can fly, I can fly! Get out of here, table. Get out of here.
Are the bombs working?
It doesn't look like the bombs are working.
Doesn't
to
look
me.
like the bombs are working. All my best laid plans. I was in here testing that. That was totally working. You got no bomb. Well, you can throw other stuff and it has the same effect. Do you want to see something cool though, Swifty? What?
Yeah.
Do you want to see something cool?
Tell me what the cool thing is.
The cool thing is that we can reset the room. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
Do you want to see it?
Show me.
All right. Y'all ready for this? I call this command a bibbidi a bobbidi a boo.
What? Ah!
That wasn't it. Get your chair. Get your chair back. Go on. Go and sit on your chair.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll do this. Whoop!
Oh!
Ha ha! Secret powers.
I'm back. Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, look at this. It's all beautiful. It's all perfect. So hello and welcome to the animation break. You can't mess it up.
Oh!
I know that you would want. I know. The only thing that can mess it up is bombs. Just now. I know. I tried so hard, but
Ow.
this is.
Ah!
But this is the only way. That bomb command was working last night. I swear on my life it was.
I think you're lying. I don't know what's up with it, but don't worry. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. Wow. Yeah.
What made it do that?
I think I think it's receiving some of the force of the bombs, but the bombs aren't visible.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So people can't actually see it happen.
But yeah, I was working on this over the weekend. I hope you like our new breakfast nook. I like that that's what you called it, India.
Eh.
Such energy.
Naniwa.
Nadiwa. Nani?
Nani.
It shouldn't be limited to the streamer. I didn't set it to be. It's the Jaffa Cakes exploding. The Jaffa Cakes exploding do it as well.
Oh really? Is that what it is?
I guess it must be. Oh, you found a loophole.
There's my book.
There's your book. There's a glim.
The peg bar.
Ah! So, oh man, I love this. I gave you the jump, India, so you can hover close to the camera. Over here. Jump. It's a little sensitive.
Can you guys see me?
If you jump and then press start, you can fix yourself in front of the camera. There you go. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just what I wanted.
Pal Bros says he loves the camera focus choice. Yeah, we got some depth of field going on here. It's so it provides a lot of focus. What? No. Are you trying to lift the table up?
I don't know, I'm just playing. Gonna get on your chair. Oh. Now I'm Doig.
It kind of makes more sense for you to sit on the chair that contrasts with you, so you're more seen.
No!
Oh. Okay.
I want my orange chair.
You want what? You want ah.
Yeah! Woo! Chair driver! Oh, I got trapped.
Oh yeah, India's got her idol for the first time.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Exactly how it should be.
What, me hidden behind a chair and you on top of it? Ah.
So anyway, this morning is an Animorning challenge morning. So we have some stuff to look at.
We do. We got some challenges to look at. Well.
I jump on you.
Let's
I want to get on top of you. Hold on.
on top of me.
Yeah.
I'll remain perfectly still.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Stay. You got us to. You just said you'd remain perfectly still, and then you started walking around.
You move.
Were you okay? You choose where you want to be.
I want to be here, but don't push me.
Are you ready to stay perfectly still?
Yeah, I'm staying still. The Jaffa Cakes aren't helping.
Yeah. Wait.
And then you grab my antlers.
Do my best. Just want to turn around when I'm on top of you.
What happens if I move while you're on top of me?
I don't know. Let's find out. Still trying to just get. Okay. Go. Oh,
Did I throw you off?
yeah.
Oh,
Never mind.
it'd be cool if you could though.
Anywho, yeah. So we should do that. What? Whoa!
Don't take that out of context. What happens if you move around while you're on top of me? I don't know. Let's find out. Whoa! You put us over. You put us over here.
Yeah, I did. Look at me operating the stream like a pro.
Oh no,
Your controller's gone.
my controllers. What's gone?
Your control.
Oh yeah. You can do stuff.
I can't see the screen share though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. Let's port us over to. Your screen is okay to share, right?
Yeah.
Cool, because I'm sharing it in 3, 2. Well, actually, I'm not, because we're not in a call.
Yeah, we are. You just need to pick up.
Oh. Let me do that first.
No way! I can't believe this!
Habbo! Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you for the subscription. Yeah. Look at our place. Look at it. The bombs aren't working properly yet, but yeah, no more T-pose. Can you believe it?
Unfollowed for lack of T-pose.
But yeah, we got this place now, and soon bombs will work.
I can't believe they don't. I can't believe they don't. I'm so.
Hey, don't worry about it.
They were though. You should see the chat from last night. It just says, bomb, 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 bomb,
I believe you.
bomb, bomb,
Bomb.
bomb.
Oh,
Oh,
there goes the Jaffa cake.
oh.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's all. That's all that good stuff. Well, that transition is funky.
it's great. Yeah, my mouth movement also isn't working. But that's okay. Michael will fix it when he gets a chance. He did for some reason give me a jump function.
I did.
Check this out, guys. You ready?
Yeah. Now you can hover like.
Best jump!
Now you can hover like that kid from what's it called? The one where they get superpowers. Control? No.
Invincible? Any superpower thing ever?
No, the one where they turn evil. That's the energy you got. Chronicle. Chronicle? I think it's Chronicle.
I returned to my home planet.
I can't jump. I'm too heavy. I put the jump force to be for your mass, but not mine, so I don't lift.
I'm not even pressing it now. It's just going. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna try and run away from it. Okay.
Oh, this thing in the middle. Well, what was that? I
don't
thought
know.
maybe it was me making you jump by pressing my jump button.
Oh!
Is it me pressing the jump button is making you jump?
Try it. Press it. Oh.
No.
Oh.
How am I?
Are you making me jump?
Yeah.
Oh no! No! I don't like this.
That doesn't.
Ah. Hey!
That makes no sense. I don't know why that's working. I don't know why that's working.
But
I could yeet you. That make I don't.
stop that. Ah!
I don't know why that does that.
Naniwa!
I love that you're pausing. Or are you just running? Cause okay, yeah. All right, okay. Share share screens. dual stream wide. This isn't working either. Okay.
Nothing's working. Guess we just exist in the void now. Is it hot over there? Yeah, it's pretty warm. Over here, it was. I think yesterday was the hottest, but it's pretty warm right now. I can tell you. How about you guys? How's the weather? Yeah, yesterday was insane for us as well. So hot.
It's not seeing the Discord window.
Pablo says it's so hot here that the desert bugs are coming into my room for refuge. Oh, Evelyn says it was an amazing Saturday where I was chilling on the river all day. That sounds so nice. And thank you, Northrust, for the subscription. Thank you so much.
What I could do is, since we're looking at Sync Sketch anyway, I can bring up Sync Sketch on my computer.
Yeah, and then just sync.
Yeah.
Wow. In Australia, it's cold. Super jelly. That sounds real nice. It's like way too warm here.
Oh, now it works. Now it works.
Oh, awesome. It works now. Hold on, let me get back to the first one so that we're not spoiling it for people.
Don't ask me how or why that now works, but it works.
I won't. I'll just be thankful it does. Do you not have a layout for this yet? To share one person's screen? Do you have to manually build this every time?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I do. I'm a professional bear. All right.
Let me see what the temperature is right now for you guys, so I can enter the temperature races with you all. Tell me in centigrade, don't tell me in Fahrenheit. Jeez. $18 degrees currently. 18, and it feels super hot. It was like, it must have been 30 yesterday. Hey, Ula! Or not Ula. Wink!
Wink.
Wank.
What did you say?
I said wink in a weird way, but it came out as something else. It's okay.
Are you trying to say wonk?
No. Let's just pretend I didn't say it, though.
Never.
It's fine.
Never.
No, let's not focus on that.
I think we should focus on that.
Let's focus on the fact that Ula's not in chat. 20 degrees centigrade. It seems nice out. It's 18. It's so warm here. Merlin does look a little bit like Jordan, huh?
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
You've watched Merlin, haven't you? All of the series.
I have watched all of Marlin, yeah.
Can you pop me back up on the top screen so I can see to control myself?
Oh, yeah. Because
I want to get out of the way of chat. Thanks. Alright. Cool. Ah, haha. So yeah, should we start doing the Animorning challenge reviews?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So this one is from at Astro Library or Astra Library. And it's Merlin from the BBC series Merlin.
In the form that Astra submitted with, they said they would like to be credited as Astra/Astral Library. So Astra.
Okay, Astra, awesome. Did they say anything else on the sheet?
They said, whenever I set out to design a character specifically for animation, I always find myself leaning heavily towards simplistic and cartoony styles. I know it's possible to make more complex designs for animation, like Strive or the designs in Mystic Crystal, but I can't quite figure out where to draw the line between too detailed and just right. For this exercise, I feel I went a little too simplistic because of that. I don't think so.
Yeah, I would agree with Mike. I think you've got all the key elements in there. And you've got some nice detail on there that will give you nice contour lines when you are drawing poses. Is that everything they said? I will go through.
That is the whole shebang.
Okay, so let's go through what they put on their sheet then. So thanks for including also the pictures of the characters so I can see what they look like, because I haven't watched the series. So we've got skinny, lanky, generally non-threatening appearance, big round innocent eyes. Ooh. Large round ears give him a boyish look. Clothes hang loosely off him, feels a bit too big, makes him seem small. Fingers poking out of sleeves, legs emerging from bottom of tunic, crotch not visible. Then we got some nice sketches. Eyes glow gold when using magic.
Yeah.
We've got the awful lot lying but somehow keeps getting away with it expression. The sure I'll be your manservant but I'm going to be insufferably sarcastic the entire time expression. And the oh god, I fucked up, 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 expression.
Very good.
Apple. So yeah, I mean, you've seen this series, Mike, with this protagonist. Is there anything that you would say you would want to push more on this, or like how does it strike you as someone who has watched this entire saga?
I'm thinking.
Lovely sketches, by the way.
I think the three expressions down the bottom are great. Like those are very much circumstances that happen like nearly every episode, and I think those were cool to include. Let me do a bit of a think. If there's anything you want to say in the meantime, India, feel free.
Okay, I'll give you my thoughts. But I'd love to hear what you think as someone who's, more of a veteran of the series. So my thoughts are, the things I really like about this design. Where's my little... Oh, do I not have an... Oh, there it is. I can find it, the little overlay. This is what I was looking for. The things I really like about this design are things like having these lines on the joints and having belt lines, etc., boot lines as part of the design. I'm going to reduce my brush size a little bit because it seems a little bit big. Because it means that when you come to, draw the arm in perspective and such, you have those lines to help support that idea depending on how you draw them. So whether it's going like away from you or towards you, you can support that. So it's going to really help you with poses for when you want things like legs coming towards you, you can compress them. to really show that.
Yeah, those are really cool. Thinking on it, I think this is a really, really appropriate and like really nice character design. You pulled out his big ears, which I think is great. You've kept the shapes like really rounded and soft because he always. The thing about Merlin is people estimate him a lot, and he is a kind of like has a soft demeanor a lot of the time. He's a bit of a jokester. Like throughout the series, he's always trying to hide his abilities from everyone. I think one thing that I feel that could be pushed more, particularly in the characters, if you look at the close-ups of his face in the bottom right of your references, I think his brows are quite particular to the character.
Let me just take this off so we can see him better.
I think I would make a little bit more out of those because they're particularly when he's doing a magic in the bottom right. Like those brows are really emphasizing that sort of like strong. He has kind of like a strong brow ridge, and I think I would maybe pull a little bit more of that in.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to call out, Mike, because I had not seen that. So I would not have included that in the feedback. And I think that's a really good call there, because the brows at the minute feel very default. Like they feel very just like it's a line, but not like they're any particular shape.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the things that I was gonna say that I think you could hone in on and refine a little bit. I think we can roll these eyebrows into that same feedback, which is, I think that there's something about the way that you have drawn the face where it feels like it could kind of be any character that is a short-haired dude. Whereas I think Merlin's face is very particular. Like he's got this very long face with these big ears.
He's got really, really pronounced cheekbones as well.
Yeah, so I think you can roll some of that into this character design. I don't think you necessarily need to change the style of it. I think you can still keep it like cute and cartoony, but just bring a little bit more of that actual face shape into it. So let me just make sure I can see the reference properly. I'm just going to do a little draw over the top to show you the kind of thing I mean. Like, I think you could just give me a little bit of a longer face.
He does kind of have a Vulcan look, just with rounded ears.
Yeah, he's got his hair kind of feels like it does this kind of thing. So I would probably like bring that fringe up a little bit, because at the minute I think his hair in this character design versus his hair on screen, in the character design it feels a lot poofier. Like if I were to take this character design and translate it backwards and be like, oh, what would this character look like if they were a person? I think I'd give them like longer hair than Merlin actually has based on the character design.
Gotcha.
So I think you can like maybe shorten that up a little bit, make it a little bit more bowly. You can still keep your little... And the big ears, of course, are perfect.
Yeah.
I like the different colour that you have on the nose. I'd maybe use it on the ears as well.
Ooh,
just to draw more attention to it. Since ears tend to be a little bit pinker.
Yeah. His in particular are fairly pink in a lot of the
I think
references.
that's almost all it would take. I think that already looks a little bit more like him. And then if we add in the eyebrows, which are going to be like more like... This is, you know, you can do the eyebrows how you think it would be best to do them. I'm just kind of doing a quick shufty. Can you see, Mike, what I'm doing? Because I'm looking at your screen and my stuff isn't showing up.
I'm watching it on the stream.
Okay, cool.
I think.
Because I'm gonna ask you like what you think of it. So
Let me join this thing and see if that. Yeah. No, I'm in now.
now you can see. Okay, cool. What are you thinking to this kind of thing so far, Mike?
Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that as it pushes it a bit more particular and specific to the character. Just little nudges.
Yeah, and
I know. I will say I noticed that he has quite his chin's fairly wide for the width of his face. If you see what I mean.
I'm seeing. This shape.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's a good simplification. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm wondering if we can get those cheekbones in, or if they're going to look a bit weird on this style character. We could try it.
I think maybe keep your head shape as you have it, but just have little indications like lines coming in, that indicate them.
Like this.
Yeah.
It might be something that you only really see from the side.
Yeah, it could be just a 3/4 thing. Astro Library says, I see. I briefly considered incorporating his cheekbones somehow, but I wasn't sure how to do that without sacrificing the youthful look I was going for. That's a really good point, because just adding them kind of ages the character.
It does. It does. I think you can get away with it with the size of the eyes and the ears. Like, I think he still looks pretty young. It depends how young you're going for. But if you're going for the same age of a character, which is, I'd assume, like 18 to 24-ish.
Yeah.
Then I think this still would look 18 to 24, depending on what the rest of the cast of the characters look like as well. Because if you had this character and then all the other characters were like, I'm also here, then probably they'd look like an adult. But if all the other characters are, you know, up here instead, then they're probably going to look still pretty young.
I never noticed it while I was watching the show. But they do like a asset color swap on him.
Yeah, they do. Like, I was looking at that with the top left one where he's got a blue
scarf and a red shirt.
Yeah, and then for the rest of it, it's switched over.
I never noticed that.
I like them though. They're nice, striking colours.
Yeah.
I like these little stylistic bits you've added too, with the scarf tie like floating in free space. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think that's neat.
See, it feels like it would be nice to get a little bit of asymmetry in there. I know that you've probably only tilted the belt here because his arm's up, but it might be nice to give the belt a little bit of a tilt, just in general anyway. Because I think it makes him feel like, again, a little bit more unkempt and like he's thrown his stuff on and doesn't really know what he's doing to have that tilt.
I would suggest maybe for that asymmetry, just have one boot that's slightly higher than the other.
Mm-hmm. It'd be nice to see those little sock bits in too.
Yeah.
Just at the top of the boot. Just make him feel a little bit less together, basically. I think the shapes you've chosen are really nice, so like they look like they'd be easy to work with for animation. And like I said before, you've got enough contours in there, contour lines, that the animators are going to be able to use those to show tilts and when things are coming towards the camera and away from the camera, which is nice.
Darkvolt suggests that it might help adding the cheekbones with shading only, or maybe a colored line.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I think that's a good suggestion.
Hold on them.
Yeah.
Especially if you use the same color as you did on the nose.
Yeah, I think think that's a good way to incorporate it without it feeling too harsh.
Yeah.
Good
let me
suggestion.
Grab that colour. Pink of the nose. Pop this back. And then, yeah, if the ears are pink. And then these cheekbones are also pink. I think that will definitely soften them out a bit. It's a great suggestion.
I'm just gonna read out Ula's as he wrote it verbatim. His comment. I did a thing like this that ended up in one of the Bancroft brothers' character design books. He shared the notes he gave as well. Forgot which brother. You guys should release a book so I can forget which is which. I'm still on holiday.
I'm still on holiday. The end, Ula.
Thanks, Ula.
Yeah, thank you, Ula. I'm gonna have to try and find that now. You can't say stuff like that and not expect me to try and dig around for it. But yeah, with the eyebrows, I think you can take a bit more influence from the shape of the eyebrows from the live action actor. But I think you might want to do it a little bit different to the way I've done it. I'm not sure mine look too great. But I think that's something you could push a little bit. Let's see, was there anything else that I wanted to just or call out? Oh, there was one thing which is just, I'm not sure whether they have 3 or 4 fingers, because it feels like on the turnaround they have 3, and then in the sketches they have 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a decision to make. Like, 4 fingers are harder to draw, but I do think 4 fingers feel a little bit better when you see them on screen.
I really like the way that the arm and the shoulder connects on that back view with the arm up. There's something really satisfying about that.
Yeah,
kind of.
It feels like you've got some pull going on here, which is really nice. Like, that's nicely drawn.
It feels like the character as well. There's something about it if you just kind of like remember the way the character is kind of hunt like he's. Yeah, it's good. Yo, thanks for the follow.
Does he have a hood?
He might, you know. I'm not sure.
If he does, that's one thing you could add on. It's not a huge. I don't think it's a huge character detail though. So, yeah, I think this is a great design. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
Good job. Every time I see the top thing, for some reason, I read it as Big Merlin. Big Merlin.
Big Merlin.
Alright, next up we have Jim of the Gym.
It's David
Yeah,
Bowie.
I like this design because immediately, like, you don't even need to put reference up for us to be like, who could this be? Immediately it's like, that's David Bowie.
That's the Goblin King.
It's the Goblin King.
Jim says, character design is still really hard. I got a lot to learn and I'm determined to try. I'm not exactly happy with the result on this one, but I'm submitting it anyway to get that sweet feedback.
Hell yeah.
I was having more fun with it when I tried breaking down the shapes and exaggerating them a bit, rather than working with super realistic proportions. Though it's still feeling like it fell flat to what I had in me mind.
In me mind.
Oh well, practice. Also, I didn't get to do much with the face/head.
Okay, I'm just grabbing some reference that people can see. Just in case anyone isn't familiar with David Bowie as the Goblin King, we can show him.
Darkbolt laughs that he lost the bulge in this stylization.
How could you have lost the bulge? The most important part of the character.
Hang on. Surely that's like the hair or the different colored eyes.
What? Surely what's the hair?
The most important part of the character design.
Oh, no, it's the bulge.
Okay.
Is the best reference we can get the one which is biggest actually an action figure? It might be.
That has also lost the bulge a bit.
Nah, look, it's still there. It's present. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look. So I really like the shapes that you're going for here. This kind of... I should change the colour of my pencil. This kind of vase shape here. Super nice, and it is immediately recognisable as David Bowie. So good job. Yeah, it's nice seeing like how you've broken the shapes down here. So you were saying like you think the most important thing is the hair.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that we could potentially push a bit more on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
It still like looks good. It still looks like a recognizable David Bowie do, but I think you could make it bigger, exaggerate it a little bit more. You know. Let's have a look. So you could really like have it come all the way up.
I think this is the type of character model where, as long as you get like, I think if you had an underlying hair shape, like a simple shape to it, the actual lines for it when you come to do it shot per shot don't need to match.
Oh yeah, like this is a very fast sketch, but you wouldn't make it this complicated for animation. You'd formalize it, I guess.
Yeah.
You'd pick your battles and essentially probably think of it more like this kind of shape. If you can see what I'm doing in the green.
Mm-hmm. With maybe like a landmark part of like there's a parting here always.
Yeah. And you'd probably make that slightly off center just to give it a little bit of flair.
Thank you for the bits, Kurzak.
Thank you for the bits, Kurzak. So I think you're losing a little bit of what you have in the shapes on this side, on the left-hand side. Like I can see here that I feel like this waist is a little bit higher. And it feels like the legs are a little skinnier too, and I like that contrast. So I think do what you were doing there and just like, rather than worry about showing the vest sleeves through doing cut-ins like this, when it's from the front view, just cheat it and have it as one solid shape. Like this. Make it a bit easier to draw from the front. Just like you have on the shape breakdown over there. And then the legs, I'd be tempted to make these a little thinner, like you have on the left as well. David Bowie and them skinny legs. Am I right? And then you can get that bulge in. Get that bulge in! So let's see, that's still not feeling right to me. I might slim him out a little bit.
Oh, I forgot to tweet.
You forgot to tweet? Oh no.
Yeah, I forgot to tweet.
You just have to, I don't know, tweet tomorrow or something.
Okay.
I want your help with the feedback, not with the tweeting.
I feel like his legs should be longer.
Yeah, I'm running into that too. Let's see. Something in me feels like you should have more of a Howl feeling. We all know Howl's based on Bowie.
Was he? You reckon?
Think about it. I mean, visually for the Ghibli movie.
Howie. Yeah, no, I can see it.
Me. I think I'm just compressing him slightly sideways though as well. I think my Bowie in my head is just a bit taller than you've got him here.
Let's
I think
see.
I've got in my head like more of like, have you guys ever played Knights on the Sega Saturn?
Oh.
Like, to me, Bowie has that same kind of build. Are you giggling it or are you looking at something else?
I'm looking at Goblin King Bowie.
Alright, let me get some reference of Knights then so I can show you.
Oh. Nights into Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it, yeah. I can't share it, but I can see it.
I can show you guys though, one sec. There's something about the body structure of that makes me feel like Goblin King would suit that. I'm just trying to find the picture I have in my head, which is one of him bowing, but I don't think might not be able to find it.
Do you reckon in the film it was David Bowie's actual hair, or do you think it was a wig?
I think it was a wig.
Yeah.
Are you about to blow my mind?
No, I haven't looked it up. I'm gonna do that now though.
Okay. So this is Knights. This is them. Something about it feels very Goblin King-ish to me in its proportions. Just those big, great long legs, and then this kind of broader chest, almost like more barrel chest.
Where would you think the power center for Jareth would be?
His crotch. I'd probably put it in his chest, despite the jokes that like his bulge is the most important part of him. I mean, I'd have to look at the acting again, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a big part. Is like the personality. Your character design is a vehicle for that personality and that movement. I kind of like that metaphor.
But yeah, so I think if it were me, I would probably sleeken him a little bit and elongate those legs. So I'd move the chest even higher up. And then really like push those legs.
Because it says, here's a fun fact about Labyrinth and Bowie's character. Remember how he was always twirling those glass balls in his hands? That was a guy standing directly behind Bowie who did that. Here's a video of it.
What do you mean? There was a guy standing directly behind. What do you mean? Run the clip.
Oh wow.
There's just the bald dude behind him just.
Okay, I've only just got to a bit where the guy is just showing that he can do it. I haven't got to the part where he's... Oh my god, it is just someone standing behind David Bowie.
Is it?
Amazing. Wow.
Can you show us or?
Yes. It might be easier for... Oh no, I'll do it while you're still doing what you're doing on your screen.
Yeah, I'm just writing the notes I've just said, so you're not missing anything.
Let me just grab my screen. There we are. you are. Just a dude. Hey, Buffy.
Can't pay you attention right now, Buffy, but I will as soon as the stream's over.
Super cool. Do you want me to bring up any reference of David Bowie as the character?
Yeah. So, overall, I think my feeling is that you've got all the right ingredients here. You've chosen all the the most important parts that make it recognizable as Bowie. I think maybe it just needs a little bit of pushing in terms of streamlining and exaggerating the character design a bit. So let me have a look at the little floofy sash that Bowie has. I'm gonna have to Google him. Bowie Goblin King. So let me find his little sash. Look at this! Oh my gosh. It has like a medallion as well, doesn't he? He has a different medallion in every single shot.
He's extravagant.
He is extravagant. Okay. Wow, is that really how his sleeves were? That's awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think you could get that, simplify that necklace and get that in. And then as for the shirt and corset, I think you were right just to remove the details on those.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've got the right idea as well. About exaggerating that sash. And I really like the sleeve shape, so I'm not going to adjust this. I think that's really cool how you've kind of defined the elbow on it.
Yeah, that's nice.
A little bit. I just say make sure these shapes at the end are defined a little bit. Like you probably want them to be something like this, so you can see the inside of the sleeve a little bit.
I think it would be nice character design wise, and I think it is in the costuming maybe as well. But if not, to have the collar shape mirrored in the ends of the sleeve shape, like you're doing there in India.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to have them in both so that it feels like a cohesive shirt design.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I think Jim's already got that sort of feeling in his design. And then you're just exaggerating in those sleeves. So yeah, I think that's cool.
I'm just exaggerating what you've already got, Jim. You've basically done it.
I would say go bigger with your shapes overall when you're drawing. Just make sure you have that clarity and that there's enough space there for you to read the shapes, because I think you're getting a little bit too tight and like working to too small a scale with too thick a brush.
Yeah, I think the thickness of the brush is definitely hampering you a little bit. So don't worry about if it's sketchy, but using a thinner brush I think will give you more leeway to add details. And for the face, the main thing is the eyebrows, right?
Yes.
The eyebrows and the eyes are kind of the thing that are pinging out to me the most.
I feel like a lot of the shape design in the face is like pointed, like rounded corners, maybe.
Yeah. So when it comes to the beginnings of the face design you've got here, I like the way you've given the eyes like a little upturn.
Yeah.
Like, because it makes me think eyeliner. I think you want to make sure you get the brows in there, though. I think that's going to make a huge difference. They just go up, don't they? At the edges completely. Yeah. Maybe that's what you were trying to do with the eyes. But I think it's reading to me as eyeliner. And I don't hate that. I actually think that's pretty nice. So yeah, I'd add brows on there. I think that's super important. And then the face shape. He's got quite a blunt chin, but I might just default to pointy.
Yeah.
Like Mike said. Because if you're keeping the face very simple like this, then probably just keeping it simple is best. So I'd probably just sharpen it. So you can maintain that simplicity. So much character can come from face shape. I'm thinking about when we were designing Brian for Mystic Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to make him look like Brian despite the fact everything but his eyes was covered.
Yeah.
And so much of that was in the face shape.
Having that pointed chin as well plays well with the plunging neckline, because like, look at my chest. My face is pointing you at my chest, which is pointing you at my bulge.
Everything leads to the bulge. Awesome, great job. I'm impressed with how you managed to condense the character into, like, distill it into the important parts. Are we good to hop on to the next one?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's
Alright.
go. Who's
Let's
up next?
Hop on ski. We've got at Pencil Puncher,
Whoa.
who's done 0 from
Yeah.
the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, amazing.
I love the characters in this film. They're so good.
Holy shit, you got him.
Holy shit, you got him.
I love that moment in the film.
So, this is our lobby boy. He's so adorable. I love him. There they are. I really like, first off the bat, how you've simplified lobby boy written on the top of his hat to a crown instead. Much, much, much easier to draw. Good call. I think if I was gonna push this and try and make it more recognizable, because I think you've already done a really good job. I think one of the things that you're missing, most of all, is it doesn't feel like this character has the same kind of lanky awkwardness that's inherent in the actor. And you can definitely get that through the posing. But I think you could also get it through the design. If you were to push it. So, the fact that his hat's always tilted. It's never straight on his head.
Yeah, like
It's
the character always feels kind of like out of place.
Yeah, it's always off kilter. Just a little bit. I think that's something you could bring into this design. Here, and just have the hat. Be slightly off kilt here, and it will immediately break up the feeling of symmetrical design that you have at the minute. Just with the face and the, you know, the hands, there's some nice asymmetry in here, like with the hair and with this front fastening.
I just have something to say in chat. Pocket Bear, did you do a submission for this challenge? I'm seeing that you're like, we're not taking any more submissions. I closed them when I grabbed them from this morning. But if you did one for last week, let me know.
So I think that will add like a lot of character straight off the bat, just getting that little tilt in. And then I'm trying to remember if this character He's very lanky. And I'm wondering if you can see his socks. There's something in my head that's like, are his pants a little bit too short for him?
I'm trying to remember. What's the character's name?
Zero from Grand Budapest. Nope, they're really not. Like,
It might be those red parts on his shoes that you're remembering.
the spats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But God, I love his posture so much. You can see here the very high pants.
Yeah.
I think that's something you might want to get in to the design a little bit more, is to push those pants up a little bit. The character design in this film is so genius. Let me see if I can find...
It really does feel like he's being lifted up by his, like... You know when you pick up a toddler?
Yeah.
And the moment where you, like, put your hand either side of the rib cage and you're about to lift, it feels like someone is constantly just about to lift him up.
Yeah. Like, and the way he stands too, he always makes his chest concave. Like, really interesting posture. I wish I could find a picture of all of them together.
In that picture you got up just now, it's really evident that, like, his hat is slightly off crooked.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it gets less crooked as he gets more experienced as his position in the hotel?
It might. It may well.
And that would be interesting to track. Because it's very much you only see one side of his hair in that shot.
But yeah, I think you can... really push that kind of awkward pants too high feeling.
Yeah.
The Simon Cowell effect.
the what?
The Simon Cowell effect, you know. Pants too high.
What does that give your character?
It gives them a very high waistband.
No, I'm okay. I don't mean literally. I don't mean like...
What do you mean?
I mean, like, what does it say about your character if they have the Simon Cowell effect upon them?
It can mean very different things.
Okay.
Like, for a lot of people, having a very high waistband can just create a nice shape for the character. People do it a lot on ladies to make them look elegant.
Yeah.
But also it could show that you're very uptight if someone has their pants done super high.
I think it depends on whether the tightness of the pants.
It can...
The pants line...
exaggerate a large stature, or as in this character, it can show inexperience in that they're not wearing, like, the clothes don't feel like they're being worn properly.
Like he's wearing someone else's trousers and that person had longer legs.
Yeah.
I mean, I think style wise they are high waisted anyway, but you know,
Yes.
I think the tightness of the pants has an influence of how, like, the effect of the high waistband. Like if you think of like a high waistband but on really floofy baggy like yoga pants, then I think it's like, ooh, their belly button is hidden, they're elegant. But then when they're really tight, it just shows like they're wound tightly and they want to feel in control of everything. They don't want any clothing to flutter in a breeze. They want it all just like just want like a small gap between them and the world. Yeah, they're uptight. Nice, Fabro.
And just keeping this exactly as you have it, because it works well. But yeah, I'd push it up a little bit, because I want to emphasize his gangliness as well, you know? He's so gangly.
Look, he lives in a greenhouse. What does that say about him? I'm just kidding, it's a green screen. Ha 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 ha.
I'd probably make his pants a little looser at the bottom. just a little bit. Again, to like make them feel kind of oversized. Hey, Buffy.
I can go feed her if you'd like.
Yeah, actually, that'd be great if you want to go and just like take care of her and make sure she's got everything she needs.
I'll go pamper the cat.
Yeah, go care for the fluff snake.
What?
Yeah. Spats. I always like giving spats like just a little bit of a lip on shoes so you can see that they're not like 100% part of the shoe. But that's just a personal thing. You don't have to do that. Is there anything particular about his shoes? They're a little pointy, aren't they? I wonder if we could get a little bit of that. Into this. Just to make him feel like a little bit more like a duck out of water, I guess. I'm gonna move his pant legs a little higher. So we're just seeing the top of his shoes. Because I think that's going to give me the feeling that I got from him that you could see his socks without us actually needing to see his socks. Is just to make those pant legs a little higher. A little less casual, you know. Make them feel a little more formal. Yeah, I think that's helping. And then I don't think there's anything in particular about his actual his cuffs on his sleeves. Yeah, no, you could add the white trim, but you don't have to. And I don't think you can always see the white trim. That's a better picture. So there's like a red stripe down the side. And it also kind of comes down in a bit of a V. So we could maybe get that V in. I think maybe it was a good idea to get rid of the stripe down the side though, because that would be heck to animate. Truly, that would be heck to animate. And then anything just about the shoulder pose. Nothing other than they're just very sloped. So I'd probably slope them just a little more. Make him feel a little less high-shouldered, you know. I think it makes him feel a little younger as well. And then yeah. I'm just seeing if there's anything in the face design. I like what you've done with the hair. You got that little flick going on. God, it's got such a great face. It looks like it'd be super hard to caricature though. Let's see. You got the wide eyes, which is like, I think the most important thing. Let's see. I think I'd be tempted to desymmetrical this a little bit by just having this little bit come out. I'm just looking at the face now and seeing if there's anything that I think we could push with the face. And it's very difficult because he's got a very particular face. But it's kind of hard to caricature. Like, he's got very hooded eyes. But then they're also very wide. You know, I think you might want to drop the mouth a little bit. I think having the mouth close to the nose is maybe making it look a little bit less like him. I think that might be it. So you got these Does he have intense brows as well? No, he's got very like non-committal brows. He's got like wide eyes, but kind of also fish eyes, like dead eyes.
I feel like his mouth would feel a little bit lower.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, cool. Sorry.
No worries. This is what I am getting to. Seeing what happens if I try and add that like top eye fold in, so that you can bring his eyelids down when you need to. Okay, so I'm just going to trace over what you've got basically, so I can see if it works. And then I think you want his mouth to be like down here. I think this is one of the things that makes him look like Zero, is the low mouth, and then just above the mouth you have that ridiculous little drawn on mustache. And it's like slightly too low because it's just, he's drawn it just above the mouth. I think that'll make it look a little bit more like him. Yeah. I love that his mustache is like directly above his lip.
Yeah.
It's just there's no break in it either, is there? It's just one line. So I can see why you made it into two, though. I think that was a smart decision, because otherwise it's hard to tell which is his mouth and which is his mustache.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that was a good choice. Yeah. And then the overall face shape is just kind of soft and round, which I think you've got. And then just having those little straps. I think the straps are important because I think they make him look even more awkward. So I'd add those on.
Yeah.
Just to like a little bit here. It is more of a pain to animate, but I think it adds a lot to the character.
But that's a detail you wouldn't miss.
Yeah. The eyelids you can take or leave. I think a lower mouth would definitely help. Lower mouth and higher pants, I think, are the main notes I have for this, and everything else I think is working super.
I think in their
well.
original drawing they just had one line for the mustache, but I might be mistaken.
Oh no, you're right. They totally did. Let me see if it. You could have that. It's just it's so easy to read that as being the mouth.
I think maybe what I would do is like maybe the mouth line. The mouth would be a thicker line, and the mustache would be a thinner line to really emphasize it's a thin mustache. What do you reckon?
Could do that. I might just make it so that the mustache is like a slightly lighter black, so it's like more of a slate grey.
One thing I do notice in the character and in the actor is that he has a very kind of particular lip shape. He has that kind of like bowed thing. Maybe that could help separate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult, I think, giving a character lips because it can overcomplicate.
Oh no! I just mean the middle line has like a.
Oh, you want to give him a little turtle?
Yeah. I think that might help.
Like this.
Yes. Don't you think?
That made such a huge difference,
Don't you
Mike.
think? Yeah.
I think that made a huge difference.
Like it always feels like he's just sort of like pursing and apprehensive.
That's beautiful.
He's got
Mike.
a seagull
You're a genius.
on his face. Thank you.
Yeah, you're a genius. Yeah, and then I think it's much easier to make this into one line because it's very clear. Like it would be a very odd lower lip shape if that was a lower lip shape.
Yeah.
So I think the turtle mouth is a great
Turtle mouth.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's what it always reminds me of.
Both of our characters have been blasted off screen. Oh, apparently the scaling is a bit weird.
So yeah, awesome job, Pencil Puncher. Super cool. think I am going to still separate that mustache a little bit in the middle. I think it makes it easier from a distance to tell that it's a mustache.
Oh.
Alright, do you want to hop on to the next one?
Yes, let's do it. Do you want me to just read out what Pencil Pusher wrote for their thing?
Oh yeah, I thought we did. I'm sorry.
I think I got caught up beating Buffy. They said, it's really interesting to see the extent of my ability when I'm limiting myself to 3 hours of work. I'd hope to do more with the design, like expressions and whatnot, but I'm still kind of pleased with the result. A bunch of people I showed could guess the character even without knowing who it was up front.
Yeah,
nice.
Great job. And also for 3 hours, this is pretty impressive. Like, I think you're being a bit hard on yourself because you have, like, this is inked and coloured. You know?
Yes.
Which there's no obligation to do. You could totally keep it rough if you wanted to, but I think finishing something up and inking, like, 3 different images of a turnaround is pretty impressive in 3 hours. Alright, so we're moving on. And we're at m_art_een or Martina in the chat. Now I've never seen this character before, so this is cool. I'm seeing this character for the first time. Martina, who is this? What is this from? I want to look up a few larger images. Also, do feel free to read out what Martina said.
So Martina says, I think I'm just still struggling with the basics, especially the eyes and nose. Now that I'm thinking about it, also the mouth and everything else. Have fun though. By the way, I think every Dutch kid born in the 90s had nightmares about this show.
Really? Awesome. This is a piece of your childhood. I mean, I love her. I think she looks radical. Look at this. They're awesome.
This is really cool. Yeah.
See, so it's from Ik Mik Lowland, which I've probably said horribly, but let's have a look.
Kurzik's like, wait, what? Dutch trauma? Kurzik wants to know.
Oh my gosh, look, it's got trolls and stuff in it. That's so cool. Heck yeah, this character looks like a complete legend.
There's a Spiritfarer documentary coming out today. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, cool. We'll have to give that a look. They are super awesome looking.
Carbonkel. What's Carbonkel?
Carbonk is such a funny word. It's true. What is carbonkel?
Is that like a carbuncle? Which I only know from Final Fantasy VIII. So is it sort of a creature or something?
Darn you, internet, for only having small images.
Carbuncle in fish form was in my nightmares.
Are they names of the monsters? I think they might be names of the monsters.
Oh, it's the nasty troll looking guy. Okay.
Frightening.
I'm surprised you didn't choose to do them as the character design.
Truly horrific.
Truly horrific.
Alright, let's have a look. So I really like your technique here, first off, of taking screen grabs and then drawing your kind of shorthand of the character, of the design next to it. Because I think that's going to really help you figure out very quickly, like, number one, the most identifying things about the character and how they look from different angles.
Do they have a ladybug hat? Because that's awesome.
Yeah, it looks like they do.
Oh, Charlotte's. Hey. Oh, thanks for the cheer. Oh,
Very
funny.
cute.
Let me go catch these. I'm going to win India.
Hey you. And secondly, I think it will help you to develop a shorthand for them very quickly. So I think this was a great instinct to go through and do this. Also, it's nice because you get to see a bit more of the character's personality. I think one of the main notes I could give you on this design is to simplify. because the character themselves, the live action character, like that costume is very complex, especially the vest top. I don't think you can really think if you were going to use this in animation, you'd have to get rid of the letters on the front of it. And maybe you'd have to simplify the hat a little bit to make it a bit easier for the animators to work with. So let's have a look.
It literally says milk or mick.
It says, I thought it said milk to begin with as well. I was like, wow, it's a cool top. Milk. So yeah, I'd eliminate those, but I think you want to keep the general shape of it, but I'd probably simplify it, I think, and make it more into one shape. So I'd be tempted to do something like just make it a box with a V-neck. And then do that kind of dealio to it. So it's actually like a very flat shape, but on the surface of that you're kind of implying a bit of depth. And then I'd increase the feeling of that overlap that she has over the top of the pants by having the pants come out from underneath and break the shape a little bit.
That's a good way to show that the material that she's wearing is quite thick. Like it feels like you know when you go on boats you get a life jacket. Yeah. It has that vibe to it, like it's a thick material and then it's kind of tight on her. So it's pulling those pants in, but there's a width and like a thickness to the material. Yeah,
it does have that feel. And then I think I'd do the same thing that I as the feedback I gave with both Zero and Bowie, which is I would probably compress this shape a little bit and elongate the legs. I swear this isn't just a catch-all that I do for every character, I swear. It's just, I think these shapes very much lend themselves to it, because again, you have these like very long legs here. I'm just drawing over the top of the reference here. With these boots. And then this square shape over the top. So I think the natural thing to do is to compress that square shape a little bit and exaggerate the legs even more.
Yeah, we are. Our models catch the bits. Usually we have a little score that comes up, but I might have messed up that feature.
I also think, Martina, that it's a nice idea to shorthand the eyes to dots when you're further away from the character.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then to have them as full eyes when you zoom in. I think that's a good instinct. And that's something that if you were working with an animation team, you would put like on the model sheet that when they're far away, use this model instead. And you'd have like a simplified model for them to use. And I think if you were going to do that, you'd want to simplify everything a little bit further on that. So let me do a little draw over here of how I would push it. So I'd probably like make the vest very wide.
I've seen on character design sheets for things like Steven Universe, they do actually provide a like level of detail varying versions of their character models. So to show like how do you draw the character when they're far away? What do you remove and what's left?
Yeah, they did that on Turtles as well.
Oh, really? That's cool.
You know, when they have little pointy legs.
Yeah, although I feel like that's maybe taken from the way they're drawn in the boards, but maybe
it's so. Actually I saw a very early test that was done before the series got picked up, and it was something that the animators did in the initial test.
Okay.
Or it might have been something that was in the boards of that initial test, but it's something that was dated way back from then.
Gotcha.
pretty awesome.
Yo, thank you for the raid. Welcome in.
Thank you very much.
Whoa. Hello and welcome to the stream. We're doing feedbacks on character designs. We're taking submissions for it, and the people who submitted I'm a bumbling bear. Let me start again. The design challenge was to take a live action character and transform them into an animated character that was appropriate for animation. And so this is
This is me doing some quick draw of Azal Martinez
yeah.
character from Ick Mick Lawland.
There we go. I did drop the cheers. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I took these pants in a little bit more. And then I'd probably, something that I like to do, which I think makes it a little bit easier to draw shapes like this in animation, is rather than have, say this is the cuff of the trousers that's rolled up, rather than have this kind of shape where everything is going into the cuff, I'll have this kind of shape where one side is going into the cuff and one side is straight.
Interesting.
It adds a nice little bit of variety, and it also shows you very easily which is inner and which is outer. And you can push that a little bit when you are doing poses. Like for example on this pose, you might want to preserve that straight there to make the pose more readable, in which case you can flop the overlap to that side, and then you're not muddying up the silhouette of that leg with an overhang. You can have this come straight out, so it gives you a little bit of flexibility when you're posing.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So I'm going to elongate the ankle a little bit here, just because I think it's important to keep the legs long, but I also think having her ankles out is like such an iconic part of this character, it looks like, that I don't want to lose that. So what I'm going to do also, I think, is I'm probably going to exaggerate the boots. It looks almost like they're wearing Doc Martens. And it's like, if they're wearing Doc Martens, how can you not give them like a huge like army boot? Like the temptation is too great. Give them like a chunk.
So you're exaggerating the scale of the feet.
Yeah, I don't like what I've just drawn, but let me workshop it a little bit.
Okay.
And then hopefully I'll get to a place where I feel okay about it. But yeah, I'd exaggerate the boot shape, I think.
I keep getting bombed on my side of the screen, so I'm going to come and hide with you.
Okay, that feels a little bit more appropriate. The way I've drawn it there. I might actually want to shift it up just a little bit, so I'm elongating the leg less.
No. I think we look cute together.
What?
The two models. I think they look cute together.
Cool.
They're super new. In terms of like getting India's character model doing stuff, so it's still having fun.
Yeah, so I think I'd exaggerate that boot, and I might thin the ankle a little bit actually, to really give us contrast. So I've given them quite a low crotch line, but I think it would depend. Like, you could make it a little bit higher if you wanted. And then the last little bit is dough head and face.
The head and face. What are your thoughts on the head and face?
I think it's difficult because this person, like, I don't think they have a super distinctive face. There's definitely things which are distinctive about it, but they're kind of subtle and hard to caricature.
Yeah. This is a tough one. I think a lot of the personality is in the costuming.
Yeah, agreed. I think a lot of this character is going to live or die by how you handle what they're wearing. Because there's not a huge nose to caricature or giant ears or a really distinctive face shape with cheekbones or anything.
She seems to have something on her wrist. Don't miss that.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah, chunk that up and break the silhouette. Nice.
Thank you.
And that's only on one side, so that's cool. Get the asymmetry in there.
Get your asymmetry in there. So for the hat. I really like this little shape you put on top. I don't want to lose that. I keep accidentally pressing play. But I do think that you would probably, for animation, need to simplify the patterning a little bit. Which is a shame because the ladybug thing is super cute.
Okay, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm kind of getting the feel from it. Is like, it feels like she's got a base. Whoa! What's this? Okay. Ow. Okay, cool. We'll read that in a second. My question is this character's hat a play on a deer stalker hat from Sherlock Holmes? Is this character,
I think it is,
a mystery-solving detective type character? Because that's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, I don't think this is a baseball cap. I think these are ear flaps that are tied up.
Okay, cool. I'm getting the right vibe.
Yeah. So lovely brim shape you've got. Wouldn't change a thing about that. I'd probably, if it's a deer stalker hat.
I think maybe you're leaning into baseball cap, and deer stalkers tend to have like the rounded like inverted U, and then the kind of like short brim. But then maybe hers is more of a baseball cap.
No, you're right.
Know.
It does have a short brim. You're right. I was stuck thinking about whether I wanted the line of the cap to flow into the hair and the head, or if I wanted there to be a lip.
Oh.
Because the lip would be harder to draw in this instance, but it's more true to the hat. So this would be like a very short brim, which I think will go a long way to making it look like a deer stalker hat. And then I think it might be easier to have this come straight into the back of the head, even though it'll be more authentic to have it overlap a little bit. I think for animation purposes. Now, you know what? I'm going to give it an overlap. F it. This is 90s, and in 90s, they love doing stuff like that in the character design, so we're going to do it here.
Oh, in the 90s.
In the 90s, they love to give their caps some overlap. But I do think you'll still need to simplify it a little bit, so I'd maybe give it one dot instead. Which is a shame, but I think the animators would thank you for not having to track 3 dots on the side of the head. And I think it still makes it look kind of like a ladybug.
Oh yeah, because tracking those 3 circles is just gonna be pain. Just gonna be pain.
Yeah. And for the ponytail here, I would probably say maybe just do something like this.
Ooh, I like that.
Like really simplify that silhouette. So you get the feeling of it being like a nice chunky thing. Like
it's got grip to the hair.
Yeah, but it's like a much more cartoony shape.
And you could probably keep that shape no matter what angle you're looking at.
Yep.
Except for like straight from the back, in which case it would.
Straight from the back, it would probably be like just this.
Yeah. But you could Mickey Mouse it.
You could freaking matter what from the back is still on the side.
No. Like from the direct back, the two shapes would overlap. But like from any other way, it could still be that fairly graphic shape.
Yeah. And then this is nice. I'd probably like for this, the little bit of hair at the side. I'd say just be careful about keeping something very much the same width all the way along, just because it's much more interesting to give it more flair.
I feel like I would pinch that at the top so that it was like pointed and coming out from the.
Yeah, I'd have it more like.
Yeah.
This kind of shape.
You could even maybe like have it come to a super point, like you got a figure of 8 thing going on with the hair.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Mhm. Like I've drawn it to the side there.
Yes.
You want me to redraw it, don't you?
No.
You're like staring at it.
I had to look at it. I started saying yes before I looked at it, and then I had to find it, and then I said yes as I found it. Give you a kiss.
So yeah, it's difficult because you said that you had a little trouble with the face, but honestly, I think your face is perfectly serviceable because this character doesn't have anything super distinctive that I can peg about them. I think the main thing is the outfit here. So I think you've done a good job. Like I like the simplification from far away.
I think her strongest feature might be her nose, but can you take your overlay away? Because I haven't really properly seen the character's face.
Yeah. Like they don't look like they have a super distinctive nose to me.
Yeah. I think maybe you could lean into again the brows, but have the brows be in like an inverted triangle a lot of the time.
I think that to me the most distinctive thing about them is probably the face shape. Like they have a very strong jaw.
Yeah.
And a thin neck and a strong jaw. So I might be tempted to bring that in a little bit more. So here, rather than having this piece of hair here overlap the face, took that piece of hair behind on the 3/4 and have the face come out instead. And give that face like a nice, strong jaw shape.
I think you could give her ears more presents.
Okay, one sec.
Give them gifts.
Uno momento, por favor.
Uno momento.
Yeah, I agree that ears can poke out a little bit more.
Yeah.
From the side.
I guess character design kind of like takes some roots from if it's based on an actor, and it's based on a live action counterpart, then caricature is a big part of this.
Mm-hmm.
You throw a character in a big boiling stew, you boil them down until the only thing that remains are the bones, and your bones are your landmarks, and you put them in your drawings, and then you have the essence of your character. We're making stewed apples. They don't have bones. My metaphors ran away.
Would like the stalk and the core of an apple be its bones?
Yes.
Apple bones.
Yes, and the seeds. The seeds are important. What are the seeds of your baked apple, stewed apple design? What are you? If you still had the seeds and you planted them in live action world, they would grow into the tree of the character. So you need all the information in the seeds. You boil them down. Don't need the fleshy parts. You don't need the excess or the flab. You just need the important seeds and your character design.
Strong jawline.
Strong jawline. This is what we need.
That's like the only thing I can really call out. So yeah, I think you got it, Martina. I think this is a nice design already. So to sum up, I think the only things I'd adjust are I'd give the general face shape a bit more strength and a bit more shape design to stuff like the hair, and then I'd just exaggerate those proportions a little bit more. I still actually prefer this to the one I doodled next to it, but whoops. But yeah, generally elongating the legs, compressing the torso, and then just simplifying a little bit. Like, I think you're 80% of the way there already. Awesome job, and thank you for teaching me about what Ikmik Lawland is. Because now I know.
Yeah. Maybe we can watch an episode. Just get the full experience.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to hop on.
The next one.
It's from the Cheshire.
The Cheshire.
88.
She picked the little Yoda gremlin thing.
Yep, the _Cheshire. And I mean, this is kind of, who is this? Who could this be? Is this a gremlin?
Is this what is this?
I mean,
And
here I thought you were going to start singing The Mandalorian, but instead you just started singing a random tune.
It's not a random tune, it's a Gremlins theme tune.
Oh my gosh. What a blast from the past. I didn't even recognize it.
It's very long. You don't really get the full feel of it until you do the whole thing. Oh well, you're doing Gizmo's melody, whatever. This looks awesome. I think what I would say is if I were tasked with caricaturing the child, bigger head, bigger eyes,
Oh my gosh.
smaller
Mike.
body.
Are you kidding me?
No.
It's just going to be a head rolling around. But immediately off the bat, super recognizable. Like, super recognizable. You can tell exactly which character it is, which I think is like 90% of the fight. So yeah, let me apply Mike's notes. I'm gonna keep the head the same size and just adjust the body.
Bigger head.
Hold on. The child Mandalorian. Because there's something I want to check. Yeah. So, one of the things I think that you get a bit more on your character design is how big this collar is compared to the head of the child. Like, the child can totally nestle its head into this collar.
You know what? I'm wrong. He does kind of have a small head, but big ears. Smaller head, bigger ears. Bigger
now you're
eyes.
going smaller head, the exact opposite of what you said before.
He's got, yeah.
But look how it can almost bury its face in this collar. I think part of the cuteness comes from that, so I think you want to get that.
He's so fucking cute. He's
So-
so fucking cute.
Let me
Ah.
grab this.
Ah.
And
Ah.
I think you want this to overlap.
Ah.
Like this. I like you having that join be on one side rather than down the middle.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice choice.
I feel like maybe the hands need to be a little bit smaller.
What hands?
Or are they just sleeves?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Wow, Mike. You're doing
wor-
okay there.
No worries. Oh.
Yeah, you can't see the hands yet, which I think is, again, a nice choice to make everything feel super oversized.
Yeah.
I'd make that collar even bigger.
Make it
I'm looking
even,
at it,
even
I'm like-
bigger.
Make it even bigger.
Bigger ears.
Okay, one sec. Just let me do this collar first.
You picked a great one because you don't have they don't have to read as human, so that it almost feels like there's a little bit more scope to go crazy.
And then let me just see what else is going on with this little goober.
I think I really like it when like realistic characters, I guess, like they do that thing where the pupil and the irises are just one big black thing, but you still have that edge of the white in the corners. That's really good because then it doesn't feel like they're demonic with super black eyes. It feels like just the pupil is just so huge. They did that for Pikachu in Detective Pikachu, and it really works, where it's like the whole eye isn't black, even though in the character design it kind of probably is. I'd have to look it up actually, but they have that little suggestion of white at the edge.
You see, what I'm looking at is the bottom of the robe here, and I'm wondering if this shape is going to make it difficult to depict walking. See, milk bottle shape is nice. I'm wondering what would happen if you just flared it out at the bottom. Because it's a little simpler to draw.
For animation, that's going to be a big time save. And I
think I feel like I kind of like the simpler version a bit better.
Yeah.
Where everything goes in, and then we have the explosion out of the head. And finally, Mike, the ears, right? You want me to make them bigger?
Three
times? No.
The size.
No. The thing that I will say about the ears is I would maybe make the shape a little bit more distinctive and easy and consistent. So the shape seems like it varies quite a lot between these poses. I would probably make that a bit more formalized. So I'd have rules like the head always overlaps the ear, and then the ear will always have this gentle S curve to the top, and then one swoop down to the bottom, and then that kind of thing to show the inside versus the outside.
I think doesn't the actual character have an S curve to their ear?
I think they do.
Yeah. He's so fucking cute.
Yeah. So on stuff like this, I would maintain that very distinctive shape without adding wibbles. And try and like maintain the rule set where possible. But in terms of the size, here we go. So yeah, I like it here where you have it behind the head.
Yeah, that's good.
I think keeping it behind the head means that they're always going to be clear of the expression. And you're never going to have to worry about them like overlapping that unless you deliberately want to push it in front of the face for a reason. So...
Whoa, thank you.
I think Mike would like them like maybe this big.
You didn't hear me when I said 3 times the size, did you?
I'm not doing them 3 times the size, Mike.
1.78.
You can't make me do them.
Something just hit me in the back of the head. Oh, there it is. It's stuck to me. Thanks, Psycho. They're making Jaffa Cake, Jammy Dodgers, and donuts now. Oh, everyone! That's amazing. I have a Jaffa Cake related piece of advice. I'll get close so I can.
Let me just finish giving this little bit of feedback, which is just that I think you want the head shape to continue seamlessly down to the cheek. Even if you don't draw that actual line joining the two together, always keep it in your head so you know that they're going to join, and then erase it later. Because there's one here, there's a line here that feels like it goes way past the cheek if you were to continue it on. So to keep the believability of the cranium, just make sure that you are making sure those lines connect even if you don't actually draw the line. You can draw through, then erase it. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Okay. This is super good advice about Jaffa cakes. You listening? If you have Jaffa cakes in your home, keep them in the fridge. Yep, that's it. That's the tweet.
This is Mike's discovery that he's made.
It's been so warm that my Jaffa cakes are melting, and they're not as good when they're super melty, but not like purposely melty like in hot chocolate. But if you keep them in the fridge, the orange part is really cold in your mouth when you eat them. The chocolate on the top is crisp, like it has a crisp to it, and it's just this orange, cold, nice feeling. Jaffa cakes in the fridge is superior to not in the fridge. That's everything. Okay. Don't freeze them. Why would you freeze them? No, you want them cold. You don't want them frozen. Then you just have to suck on them till they thawed.
I don't think I'd change anything about the face. I think you've got nice proportions going for the face. Let me just erase these ears, since now they are bigger. They are bigger. So yeah, for poses like this, you can really like bring that collar in and have them like hiding inside the collar.
I think something I'm noticing about what you're doing is you're adding in sharper points in the shape language to add a little bit of definition. I think to add a little bit of variety. Yeah.
I think if you have a character where everything is round all the time, it actually makes for a little bit of a less pleasing design. It's nice to have a mixture of triangles, squares, and circles.
Yeah,
in a design.
If you have contrast between the clothing and the character's kind of organic form, then you that contrast creates interest.
But let's see, for the side, I might streamline that out a little bit and make it more like this kind of thing. There's something I noticed that you do in particular that's really nice, is that little muzzle. Look at, like, it's kind of like my shape on my bear. My bear shape is in a big way for the side is inspired by the way that you drew the cats for Pegageist. Like the small muzzle and the thing. Look at that tiny little lip. Oh, he's all sad. Stick the lip out. And then for the ear, I'd really have it like flop. So let's see, I'm just checking the shape. So I'd have it like letting forms drop down toward the ground shows that like they're like, oh, that downward, oh. Oh. That, and if you bring the shoulder up a little bit, it's just nice to be able to use that collar as like a prop for showing the emotion. You know? But yeah, I think that's all I do. Like, it's a nice simple character to begin with. And I think you've done a nice job of caricaturing them. Yeah. What do you call a fan who's too invested in a pan's life? A prying That's terrible. That's a leap. Huh? That's a leap. It is. A prying fan. It's ridiculous. Alright, we're on to the final one. The final one. So this is from Pikachu07.
Oh, I see who it is.
Thank you for submitting everyone so far, by the way. Look at a grid. Oh.
What?
So off the bat, I think this is really well done because I think this is immediately recognizable. I'm waiting for Mike to chime in.
It's Pikachu. Yeah, no, it's super. Sorry, I was reading the chat about who it was. It's Pikachu. Hello. What were you waiting for me to do?
I was just talking about the design.
I think it's super good. I think the face is really nice and caricatured, and it feels like the actress.
Right? I think you really captured something about the actress, because the face does look like her.
Yeah. That kind of thicker lower lip. Yes, good call.
Yeah, like you've done a great job of caricaturing her. Like I can't give you a huge amount of advice here because I think you've done a really good job. I can give you a little bit of advice when it comes to like just drawing pleasing shapes, but that's like all I got. So I think if I remember here in this outfit, her sleeves are kind of 3/4 lengths, so I think that you could play with that a little bit more. So I'm just gonna bring her neck in here. And then I think she had, hold on, let me erase that, because I think it was, she had like a little sleeve here. And then the sleeves themselves were like very baggy up to there. If that's what I'm remembering right. I think that's how they were. Do you want to grab some reference, Mike, so we can check?
Sarah Connor.
Make your bare ass useful.
Make my bare ass useful.
Get that bare ass out. I want to see that bare ass.
End of Terminator.
Like, it would be nice to have that too, because as you can see here, places like this forearm, having a contour line there to be able to like really show the depth and rotation of the arm.
There's a storm coming.
It's going to be nice.
I like that you got the dog in there too. Super important. Yeah, she got those loose. Wow, good memory.
Thank you. Yeah, I think she's got quite loose sleeves going on, so I think you can get a little more fun out of that shape.
I think to lean into the, the kind of 80s vibe of it, I might give a little bit more volume to her fringe.
Yeah.
Pop that out a little bit more.
Let me just lean over and have a look at what you're looking at. Can you take it up to the top so I can see it?
Take it up to the top.
There's like just a finger on screen. Oh yeah, poofy.
Yeah.
Real poofy.
Get more volume in there.
Yeah, I think you could start to think about doing some advanced stuff like with this headband, because I noticed it's like a piece of material that's twisted round. I think you could,
because in here you're kind of showing the two sides of her, right? You're showing like well, sort of. You've got the kind of she's in combat, and then you've got the kind of like she's now going to be the mother of the dude who's going to lead the human revolution or whatever. Like, one, I think she's got her hair tied back. Here she's got her hair kind of a little bit more looser, so more volume.
Can you bring it back so I can see the hair?
Oh shit, yeah, sorry.
I just want to be able to see it. Hey Buffy. Hey Buffy.
It's not the greatest reference.
No, but it's like it definitely helps. Hey Buff.
wonder if I can up the
The
No.
screenshot Mike's got
it's
is
like
like
240p.
a freeze frame and 240p of her in a car with her hair being blown back. So it's like very
Okay,
hard to tell how
okay.
it would look if
Hang
she's
on.
just.
Hang on. That better?
Yeah, that's much better.
There you go.
Yeah, let me just. Boop, 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 boop.
There's something a little bit like Final Fantasy VII energy about her attire at the end of that movie.
It's true, actually.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the designers at Squaresoft were like watching Terminator 2 going,
Oh, you know they were.
let's pull that vibe.
100% they were. I think in general just poofier is what we're thinking, right? And then her ponytail is like underneath that. So it's like it gets pinched in by the bandana.
It's like she's driving. She's gonna go to Midgar.
But yeah.
Is
Hold your horses, Buffy. I'll come with you in a sec.
you done with the hair reference? Because I wonder if she. I don't
yeah.
know if she gets out of the car, but I like that you've made her barefooted.
I think she's barefooted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just sketching through to make sure I get the leg in the right place.
I think she might be indeed.
Yeah, I think just getting a little bit of that calf shape in there would be really nice rather than giving it a pure straight leg. Because I can see you doing that with the other one, the other leg. Give it a little bit of finesse. Feet are always super hard. It's a shame that she's in bare feet. I think if you were going to do an animation of her, I'd be tempted to put her in socks or sandals or something, just so it's a bit easier to simplify these shapes.
You couldn't see if she's wearing shoes because of the poor quality of the video.
I think she's actually barefoot. Like, looking at your reference here, she looks barefoot to me.
Yeah, she does. Or maybe sandals. Maybe.
Can't tell. But yeah, and then over here, I think the simplifications I would make would just be to this belt area, because it feels like it has some of the most detail on the design, and I just wouldn't want it to pull away. So yeah, I'd probably just, it would just be a matter of probably leading this shape into that pocket and then losing the rest of the details.
Yeah. Nice.
So it'd be more like that. Yeah, I think, and then it would just be like refining the boot shape a little bit and you'd be golden. I think even these laces on the boots, especially if they're just lines,
Yeah.
you really don't need them. Like, if you're not going to put actual laces on there, then you might as well save your line mileage for other parts of the design.
So this part is Sarah Connor from Terminator 2.
I'm just going to give her the 80s hair again.
One thing that I feel like you can correct me if I'm wrong, Actually, India, no, I wouldn't give that volume there. In that character model, she's distinctly got like her hair tied back, and
I
she only
see it.
has like bits of fringe.
Yeah,
That's kind
I
of
drew it on, and then I looked at it and I was like, I don't like it as much.
yeah.
So I think you're on the money. Yeah, I think you did a great job. Buffy, I'll come and give you some attention in a sec. I promise.
Door's open and she's got food.
No, I think she just wants attention, which I will give her in a second. Yeah, awesome job. And that brings us to the end of the Animorning challenge. Woo! So I think the next challenge leads naturally on from this one. I think we'd be fools if we did not take this opportunity to ask you guys to do a short character animation with the characters that you've designed. If you want to take part in the next Animorning challenge but you haven't designed a character, I think it would be fine for you to choose someone's from these sheets.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest doing is getting a very short clip, maybe only 3 seconds, from whatever series or movie these characters are from, and use this character design to animate it.
That could be super. That could be really super cool.
Yeah. It only needs to be 3 seconds or under, and it can be rough. It doesn't need to be tied down or cleaned up or anything. So, 3 hours to do some rough animation.
Here's a question.
Mhm.
Okay. Should they take a character model from the sheets that were submitted as they were submitted, or should they take it with your notes applied to?
I'd say that's up to people. Like, you should be able to get onto this sync sketch and look at the notes.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to take the notes, you're welcome to. But also if it's too hard to find that and you can only find the actual character design sheets, then I think it's also fair for you to do them without any changes.
I think if you want to like be part of this challenge like that, I think maybe what could be done if you're up for it is that during the week, if you want to apply India's notes or you want to like make any changes to your character sheets, you can post them on the hashtag on Twitter, or even in the comments thread once I put this on Twitter, so that people can see either the current or the updated sheets.
I think just post these as they are under the hashtag.
Yeah.
Because I think asking people to wait for a character design sheet to be available and then to ask people to make the changes and make them available before people can start working.
Yeah, that's true.
Is just going to mean that people might
just
not
convoluted. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'd say just take them as they are. Where can you get the sync sketch link? Can I just copy and paste this link straight into the chat mic?
I think there's a button on the thing. You see that there's a share link in the top right of the window of the browser.
Yeah.
I think you could share that. If you click it, yeah, if you click
frame
that.
link?
Oh, it just links to the frame? No, if you go back to
Share settings?
If you go back to the project
is share a view link.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we are. Let's see. You guys should be able to get to it here. Let me know if you can. So yeah, and Kozek was asking what about the character designs from the challenge back in December. I think keep it to these characters, because these characters have properties attached to them that you can get voice clips from.
That's true. Yeah.
So yeah. Like, hopefully this is set up for you to be able to easily grab a scene and do an animation using these character models, and hopefully they'll give you an idea of what it's like to work with a character model and which parts are difficult to animate, which parts become a pain. You know, for the people who design the characters, I'd say use your own character design, because it'll teach you like through doing it which parts, you know, it was good to simplify, which parts maybe need more simplification.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
I also always find that when I design characters, the designs end up changing by the time I've animated with them. Like, I get more comfortable with them and figure out the way I really want to draw them through animating with them.
Yeah, like the character designers are fine through those initial animation tests. That's why they're done.
Exactly.
I think if you were partway through the challenge but you didn't submit yet, and you were like, "Oh, I have a little bit of something," then feel free to finish that up.
Yeah, roll with that. You're
and
super
move forward
welcome.
with it.
Like, if you have it, you were almost ready to submit but you didn't, I'd say you can just roll forward with your character design.
Yeah, there is in the top right when you're on Sync Sketch, there is a join sync and leave sync button. So yeah, if you click the link and then leave the sync, then you can all look at it on your own.
Right, well, we're going to have to head off because I have to give this cat a snuggle.
Cat to snuggle. Okay, let's return back over to our screen. Whoop. Thank you very much for joining us today. We really hope you've enjoyed your time here. This has been the Animation Breakfast Club with the Animorning Challenge. India, I hope you've enjoyed your time reviewing.
Yeah, it's been great.
We're gonna head off.
Are we going to raid anyone?
Yes. Let me just it'd be cool if I could bring the browser up on the screen in the back. That'd be really fun. But I think I need to pay money for that. Anyway.
Oh, I'm floating. Ah. Yeah. I picked something up. No. Oh. Wasn't me.
What happened? I looked away for a second.
Wasn't me. I took up my own camera. It wasn't me. I think someone threw a Jaffa cake and it exploded.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is gonna be a cool room. We're just gonna keep building more stuff into it.
Look at my bit. Hey Mike, look at my bits.
Look at your bits. Oh, the bits. You got one bit. No, you got
shiny.
We're gonna raid
3.
Grey Lure today. I think they're making some character drawings from what I can see. They're cool. They look like they're maybe doing character design, so this is a good hop over. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Raid channel. Grayler. Raid has been initiated. You having fun? What's out the window, India?
Just the apocalypse.
I knew you were going to say the apocalypse. I knew it. I knew it.
Naniwa. Whoop, whoop. Hey, don't make me jump. Oh, dare.
And for those that didn't see it, check this out. Whoop! I've got magic fucking bibbity bobbity poo powers. Yeah. This has been Doig and Swift, and you've all been amazing. Thank you very much.
Until the rest. Oh, and may the rest
of your day
be filled
with
adventure.
adventure. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.